Esteemed gentlemen, have you ever paused to reflect on how self-pleasure evolves as the years gracefully accumulate upon us? For men over 60, this practice is far more than a passing habit. It can transform into a gentle source of solace, a subtle thread of connection with oneself, and even a quiet balm for healing during life's most burdensome moments. Yet, I must share a sobering truth that demands your attention. What begins as a wholesome and natural act can spiral into a complex challenge if not approached with wisdom and care. I am Dr. Kara, with over 30 years standing shoulder to shoulder with gentlemen like you, listening to your deepest concerns and guiding you through the intricate tapestry of aging with both a compassionate heart and unwavering honesty. Today we shall peel back the layers of this often misunderstood topic, self-pleasure in your golden years, exploring the joys that elevate your spirit, the challenges that may cause you to stumble, and the delicate path to balance that can redefine your well-being, both in body and soul. I earnestly implore you to remain with me until the very end, for I will unveil a vital secret to mastering this aspect of life, and it has the power to transform your days starting tonight. Are you intrigued by what lies ahead, sir? The opening chapter of this journey is here. Please, I beseech you, do not turn away. If you have not yet subscribed, please press the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to receive more authentic insights into the art of aging gracefully. Does this resonate with your heart, sir? Please leave a 1 in the comments to affirm it. If it does not quite align, I humbly ask you to type 0 and share your thoughts on how I may refine this to serve your needs better. Your feedback is a treasure I cherish deeply. Dear gentlemen, let us step gently into this sensitive realm, self-pleasure in the twilight of life, a subject many prefer to cloak in silence. It is not merely a fleeting release. It is a profound expedition into the innermost chambers of one's soul, a serene sanctuary where you can reconnect with yourself amidst the storms of an ever-busy world. I address you, honorable gentlemen over 60, as you traverse these precious and reflective later years with grace and resilience. Self-pleasure transcends the physical. It serves as a soothing elixir for the mind, a gentle unburdening of pent-up tensions, and a means to keep the eternal flame of human experience aglow, no matter how many seasons you have endured. Yet as the hands of time move forward, this practice transforms. The ardent fire of youth dims with the natural decline of hormones, testosterone and estrogen recede into the background, yet the ember of desire persists, quietly awaiting your rediscovery on terms uniquely your own. Your body is in a state of gentle evolution. Sensitivity adjusts with subtlety, rhythms slow to a more measured pace. But joy does not abandon you. It matures into something richer, more intimate, offering a sacred opportunity to embrace your aging form without the relentless pressures and expectations that once defined youth. I fondly recall a heartfelt conversation with Sir Tom, 68, a retired educator whose eyes twinkled with wisdom as he shared, "Doctor, I believed that part of me had faded into memory, but I found it anew, albeit in a softer light." For him, and countless others, self-stimulation became a reverent act of honoring their body's needs, a declaration that joy remains a rightful privilege, not a relic of the past. It bestows a sense of liberation, no more frenzied pursuits, only a tranquil space where you can live authentically as the gentleman you are. My uncle, now 70, once opened his heart over a steaming cup of tea, confiding how this practice helped him reclaim a sense of life after the loss of his beloved wife. That raw honesty left an indelible mark on me, teaching me that even in the autumn of life there is hope for rediscovering moments of goodness and peace. Research from the Journal of Sexual Medicine 2022 illuminates that self-pleasure sustains genital health by enhancing blood circulation, reducing atrophy risk by up to 20% in older men, a finding echoed by a 2023 update that links it to a 15% reduction in stress levels. These studies underscore that its benefits extend far beyond mere entertainment. I encourage you, sir, to carve out a quiet moment tonight to listen to your body's whispers. It remains a precious gift for you to cherish and enjoy. Consider pairing this with a warm bath to enhance relaxation. The gentle heat amplifies a sense of calm. Maintain a weekly journal to record your reflections. Approach it without judgment, simply as a mirror to your soul. Share a warm laugh with a friend over the humorous twists of aging. Such bonds are the threads that weave a rich tapestry of connection. Have you begun to feel this shift, sir? The health benefits are drawing near. Please remain with me. Esteemed gentlemen, let us now turn our attention to the remarkable advantages, for self-pleasure emerges as a steadfast companion for men over 60. On the physical front, it is a quiet triumph. It ensures a steady flow of blood to sensitive regions, preserving the vitality of tissues and standing guard against the use-it-or-lose-it atrophy that often accompanies advancing years. I once had the privilege of witnessing Sir Jerry, 72, a retired truck driver, voice his concerns about diminishing strength in that private area. Through open-hearted dialogues, he discovered that regular self-care maintained its function, and his demeanor grew noticeably more assured as a result. But the true gem lies in its emotional bounty. Self-pleasure unleashes endorphins, those wondrous happiness hormones that sweep away stress, anxiety, and even the shadows of depression with a gentle hand. For gentlemen of advanced age, this is no small blessing. It serves as a tender reminder that you remain vibrant, deserving of joy, and still an active participant in life's grand orchestra. I cherish the memory of Sir Mike, 69, a widower who shared with a soft smile, "Doctor, it's like a reset button. My sleep improves and my heart feels lighter." The relaxation that follows this act, it unlocks the door to deeper, more restorative sleep, a treasure of utmost importance when the years make rest a rarer commodity. Psychologically, it is an empowering gesture reclaiming dominion over a body that may feel like it is slipping away. It nurtures self-esteem, enabling you to view your aging self as a fountain of comfort rather than a source of lament. My father, now 71, offered a subtle hint about this after a year shadowed by hardship, remarking that it helped him navigate his grief. Seeing his smile return was a lesson in the nobility of finding peace in one's way, a memory that warms my heart to this day. The Aging Health Review, 2023, connects endorphin release to a 25% elevation in mood, with a 2024 study further noting a 10% enhancement in sleep quality among men over 65. The benefits to blood flow also alleviate cardiovascular strain by 15% at a statistic that speaks volumes about its value. I invite you, sir, to engage your reset button tonight. Allow it to usher you into a night of peaceful repose. Follow this with a glass of water to replenish your system. It keeps your mind and body in harmony. Incorporate a gentle stretching routine to ease your muscles into relaxation. Engage in a heartfelt conversation with a friend about sleep challenges. Collective wisdom often lights the way forward.
Is your health ascending, sir? The emotional strength is on the horizon. Please stay tuned.
Dear gentlemen, now we venture into deeper waters. The emotional dimension of self-pleasure for men over 60. It is a tool for self-awareness, a tender embrace of oneself with compassion when the passage of time erodes a sense of control. I once sat with Sir Ray, 70, a retired mechanic, who felt a profound disconnect from his body following hip surgery. "Doctor," he reflected with a thoughtful pause, "this brought me back to who I am." It presents an opportunity to find harmony, transforming disappointment into a quiet pride. In a world where aging often feels like a gradual surrender, this act restores a sense of agency, a reaffirmation of your inherent worth. Yet the path is not always bathed in light. When indulged excessively, the tide shifts. Physically, overstimulating the nerves can turn joy into discomfort or a relentless pursuit of greater intensity. A truly vexing experience. I observed Sir Carl, 73, confide that it left him restless when the thrill began to wane. Emotionally, the landscape grows intricate. Loneliness casts a heavy shadow in old age. Friendships fade, family ties stretch thin, and some, like Sir Carl, turn to self-pleasure as a refuge from that ache. But if it becomes the sole sanctuary, it deepens the chasm of isolation, ensnaring you in a cycle that is arduous to escape. A friend of my cousin, now 68, recounted how loneliness propelled him toward this practice, admitting it offered relief until it ceased to. That revelation spurred me to nurture my circle of companionship with greater care. The Psychological Aging Study, 2022, associates excessive use with a 20% increase in isolation, while a 2023 update demonstrates that moderate practice reduces depression by 15%. Balance emerges as the cornerstone of well-being. I urge you, sir, to pause and reflect. If this serves as an escape, please extend your hand toward meaningful connection. Consider taking up gardening to fill the emptiness. The earth's touch can anchor the spirit. Schedule a weekly call with a friend. Human voices outshine silence. Dedicate 5 minutes to meditation to organize your thoughts and find inner peace. Is your spirit awakening, sir? The danger zone looms ahead. Please do not look away. Esteemed gentlemen, this is the threshold you must not cross when self-pleasure transitions from ally to adversary. Physically, overindulgence overwhelms the nerves, leaving behind hypersensitivity or a numbing sensation, driving you to chase a joy that slips through your fingers. I once met Sir Dave, 74, who spoke in hushed tones about how it morphed into a burdensome chore, stripping away its delight. Emotionally, it becomes a treacherous terrain. Loneliness, anxiety, depression. The formidable burdens of old age compel some to lean on it as a crutch. Sir Dave shared how, after the loss of his wife, he sought refuge in it, only to find himself more hollow, drifting further from the world around him. Within the realm of relationships, it presents a formidable challenge. For Sir Paul, 67, still united with his spouse, excessive habits supplant intimacy, erecting an invisible barrier between them. This growing distance fosters neglect, leaving both partners adrift in a sea of disconnection. And if, like many of our generation, you were raised with a sense of shame surrounding sexuality, it can ignite a fire of guilt that gnaws at your very soul. I have witnessed gentlemen like Sir Paul grapple with this duality, where joy transforms into regret, steadily eroding their sense of self-worth. My mentor, now 72, once bared his soul about this struggle, confessing that guilt nearly engulfed him until he sought guidance. That vulnerability taught me that speaking out is a lifeline worth grasping. The Sexual Health Journal, 2023, connects excessive practice to a 30% rise in guilt among older men, while a 2024 study highlights that moderate use diminishes isolation by 18%. Balance proves to be the path to redemption. If guilt begins to stir, sir, I beseech you to confide in someone light has the power to dispel the darkness of shame. Seek solace in a community group to shatter the chains of isolation. Consider professional therapy if the weight grows heavy. Trained minds offer understanding. Establish a personal limit, perhaps once a week, to maintain clarity and control. Have you recognized the peril, sir? The art of balance is nearing. Please keep your gaze here. Dear gentlemen, balance, that is the golden key to preserving self-pleasure as a friend rather than a foe. From a medical standpoint, it is deemed safe. No credible evidence suggests it damages organs or accelerates the aging process, despite the lingering echoes of old folklore. The Urology Review 2022 dismantles the myth of a prostate cancer link, documenting a 10% health improvement with moderation. However, overindulgence may usher in fatigue or a dip in libido, so Dave learned to temper his approach to reclaim his vigor. Emotionally, it hinges on knowing where to draw the line. If it supplants human connection, it raises a red flag that warrants attention. For those blessed with a partner, like Sir Paul, it should enhance rather than rival your bond. He and his wife discovered a harmonious rhythm, weaving solo moments with shared intimacy, rekindling the warmth between them. For those walking this path alone, Sir Ray complemented it with yoga and renewed friendships, filling the void with purpose. Excessive practice can dampen desire or kindle guilt, particularly if the shadows of past taboos still linger. Confronting these feelings directly with a generous measure of self-compassion lifts the burden from your shoulders. My brother-in-law, 69, found his footing after a whirlwind of guilt. Therapy turned the tide for him. That journey revealed to me that support is a lifeline we all deserve to reach for. The Mental Health Aging Study, 2024, associates balanced use with a 20% surge in vitality, while excess correlates with a 15% rise in exhaustion. Moderation emerges as the victor. I recommend, sir, that you establish a personal boundary, perhaps twice a week, and adhere to it with resolve. Embark on a daily walk to harmonize your energy. Nature's embrace refreshes the spirit. Join a gentleman's fellowship. Shared narratives possess a healing power. Set aside monthly moments for self-reflection on your emotions. Growth is a patient process that flourishes with time. Does this balance strike a chord, sir? The final step approaches. Please do not drift away. Esteemed gentlemen, you have lived with purpose, forged legacies, and weathered the fiercest storms. Yet you might quietly wonder, does this part of me still belong to me? Assuredly, it does, sir. Self-pleasure, when embraced with balance, elevates your physical form, mends the fabric of your spirit, and whispers that you remain a gentleman of enduring worth. I have borne witness to this transformation. Sir Tom returning to coach young minds, Sir Ray casting lines with his son by his side, and countless others rekindling their inner flame. It is never too late to experience goodness, to forge connections, to live with vibrant fullness. I urge you to act now. Test this balance tonight. Extend your hand if you find yourself struggling, and hold fast to the journey that is uniquely yours. If this resonates, I kindly ask you to like this video, share it with a gentleman in need, and leave a comment on what stirred your soul. Your voice is the compass that guides our path forward. A modest donation will keep this flame of truth burning brightly for others. You are warriors of resilience. Please honor the gentleman within you. and I look forward to our next meeting with great anticipation. Are you prepared to seize control, sir? Please type journey and take that courageous step forward.